Hello,
Hey, Susan.
everybody. Hi,
Hey, everybody.
Susan. Hey, everybody coming in. Hey, MZ. Hey, Nikita. I stayed up all night watching the Queen's last
Yeah,
ride. Last night. They moved her this morning.
she's moved
Uh,
to Edinburgh from Balmoral.
Balmoral Castle. They moved her from Edinburgh to Balmoral this morning.
No, they
Michelle
moved her from
O'Rourke Thompson,
Balmoral to
welcome
Edinburgh.
in. Welcome in, Michelle O'Rourke. Never
Hey,
seen you in there
everybody.
before. You must be new. Welcome in, everybody. Everyone's welcome to this channel. Um, your morning or nighttime. Oh, got you, Nikita. Got you. Because I was watching it live. I was going to live stream it, but it was just a bunch of cars moving, and I didn't see the point. You know, that kind of way.
Yeah.
Um, I can do some share screen and show you some stuff if you haven't seen it. Uh, welcome in, Canadian girl. How you doing, honey?
Hi, Canadian girl. Hi,
Welcome in.
Nikita, Michelle, MZ.
Absolutely beautiful. Yeah. I mean, they're putting her in. It was 7 hours long. Yeah, when in the MZ it was. I mean, I had to. I'm so tired nowadays. Well, hi, Colin. Welcome in.
Hey, Colin.
Um, it's She's
Yeah, it
laying
was a
in
long
state.
drive.
It was a very long drive. She's laying in state in Edinburgh right now. They moved her from Balmoral Castle to Edinburgh. After that, she's going to London. I am tired. I spent all day with my parents. So the mission with my daughter. Okay, who's um, a year old. In November, I am pregnant with my second child.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Congratulations.
well, oh, lovely, Michelle. Michelle, where are you from? You're O'Rourke. That's a very Irish name. You're not Michelle from Belfast, are you? So I want a minute. So I went to visit my parents while my husband was working. Michelle O'Rourke. Okay. That sounds very Irish. Are you from Ireland, Michelle? I don't think you're Michelle E. Definitely not. I have a
Mm-mm.
Michelle E. from Northern Ireland. Congratulations on your new baby, well, your new coming baby three. Yes, I was born in Galway. Oh, Galway. Wow. Welcome. And yeah, you hit the subscribe button, obviously. Thank you. I'm Irish. I'm from Limerick, but I reside in the UK. Michelle, my parents and my brother are originally born and raised Ireland. Are you still living in Ireland, Michelle? Today has been one of those days where I'm just like tired. I'm
Yeah, me
so
too. I'm exhausted.
I've done too many late nights researching and doing things. I have things to send on to a certain person and they know who they are. I get around to that tomorrow. At some point, I'm just so tired. Hi, Kelly. Welcome in, Kelly.
Hey, Kelly. Hey, Katie
Hi,
Mason.
Kelly Mason. How you doing, honey? My
Nice.
dad is originally from Norway, so I was raised between Ireland and Norway mostly of my life. Oh, okay, Michelle.
Yes,
Wow.
we saw Meghan Markle. Um,
Yeah, we did. We seen Meghan Markle show herself off a little bit. Yeah, I mean, I can show you footage of that, but I take it that you've already seen that. You know. Now here's the cruncher, right? The Queen is going to have her burial on the 16th, but it's 11 o'clock UK time in the morning. Hi, Colin.
so that will be when we're sleeping. No? Yeah.
Well, the American audience will be sleeping, but
Mhm.
I want to do a live stream. What the hell is that noise?
Sorry, it's me. Sorry, go ahead.
Go on, go, keep doing what you're doing. I was just wondering,
Yeah, I'm
um,
mopping the floor.
with what? A razor blade?
No, it's this little Swiffer. It's called a Swiffer
Uh-huh.
mop, and it's got batteries in it, and you push it, and it makes this noise. Listen. That's
All
it.
right.
That it's throwing out some of the cleaning solution when it makes that noise.
Oh, Nikita, you
But
be awake watching? Mm-hmm. Okay, Crystal. Okay. I don't like being alone in the house while my husband's at work. Well, Michelle, welcome to the channel then. That's all I'll say there. Welcome to the channel. Uh, welcome in my beautiful MZ. Welcome in my. I need to tell you something, girl. Is that you wanna?
you
Hold
want to put
on.
it in back chat or something?
Nikita, no, no, hold on. She said, Nikita, I want to tell you something. It's for Nikita. Anyway, anyone is welcome on panel. Obviously, we love people on panel. Anyone wants to come up, they're more than welcome. I want to welcome the beautiful Michelle O'Rourke into our channel. It's really nice to get newcomers. You know, it really is. Thank you for subscribing, Michelle. We really appreciate that. We do love to have new people come in.
Yes. Thank you so much.
We appreciate that. Um, so we're going to discuss a little bit on the Queen for a little moment because the fact that I'm in the UK and I've been covering the Queen anyway. Um, y'all know she's been moving Balmoral into fucking the name goes out of my brain and I've been watching it
Edinburgh.
all. Yeah, I'm
Edinburgh.
so tired. Edinburgh. She's she's going to stay in Edinburgh for a couple of days, and it is really sad. Yeah. Oh, I'm going to put that up there, Canadian girl. What you just said, Denise, if you're watching. I
Oh.
spoke with Denise today, and the poor little Missy was in a lot of pain. So our hearts go out to our beautiful Denise. Mm, they, yeah. I'm not going to discuss too much on what she said to me, but the pain relief they were giving her was rubbish, and I know what pain relief it was, and yeah. Um. Anyway, so she had to
Yeah,
wait for
she's
a
in
doctor to
a bit
come
of pain.
around, and of course, being Sunday, the doctors not many doctors are around on a Sunday. We will never hear a good save the Queen again. I know, right? It is really sad. It is sad.
It is.
They're going to put up the little things for Denise because we're giving her content to watch because she's probably bored and she's sleeping on and off and stuff like that. I don't know. Maybe she got her. By the time I talked to her this morning in UK time, I could hear the pain in her voice. I knew she was in pain because Michelle never. I mean, Denise never complains. Um,
And as far as the royals, also Harry has a book coming out, and it's going to be devastating. That might just seal the deal right there, Susan.
yeah.
That just
Michelle
might
O'Rourke.
completely cut him
Um,
off.
Michelle O'Rourke. Just one second. I just wanna. Okay, I have thought about finding a mom group near me. Do you think this? Do you mean like where you live? I mean, because I can tell you, Michelle, there's a lot of moms in here, including myself. There's a lot of moms in here. Lots. I mean, every woman here is a mom, more or less. Well, apart from Kathy, um, because she's really young and she doesn't need children at this time of her life. Well, can make mine. Can make mine Tara have my email if you want to give it to them. Oh, okay. Yeah, Kelly. When I was talking to her today, I could hear the pain in her voice. I mean, you know when someone's in pain because they're not their normal self. And hi, cool gamer.
Hi,
Welcome
cool
in.
gamer.
It's like you're welcome in as long as you behave yourself, and we don't want no palm bombing either. Thank you very much. But you are welcome in. Michelle O'Rourke, well, you're welcome in here. We're a really nice group. We don't like drama, too much, but once in the blue moon, we will call out certain people, but not in a bad manner. No, I do it classy, not trashy. Um, yeah, cool gamer. You're welcome in as long as you don't try and get in my backstage. I really not in the mood for that today. I've seen enough periwinkles yesterday. Hell,
Yeah.
someone even super chatted as a periwinkle. Um, I told Crystal the code word for periwinkle because we're monetized, we're not allowed to use
Yeah.
language, so she knows all. You're all
I do.
awesome. Thanks, cool gamer. As long as you behave yourself, you're very welcome. Uh, we don't need to see any periwinkles. We've seen enough yesterday to last us a lifetime. Trust me.
Yes, I heard about that. I was driving and working and couldn't see it, and I'm glad I didn't.
Well, if you look back, you'll see the periwinkle getting the super chat.
Oh my goodness.
There was nothing I could do to stop that one. Um, but MZ quickly bidded him out. Quickly bidded him out.
Thanks, Cool Gamer.
Thanks, Cool Gamer. We really appreciate your support. We do. As long as you keep yourself in line and behave yourself, we've no problem. You're welcome here. So I have a question. My daughter's birthday is in 2 months. My husband and I want to have a party for our daughter in November. Her birthday is for her birthday, but I am scared of exposing my little girl to the sea. That's a good one. Michelle, you need to
You
be
could,
really careful. Um, are you living
I
in
mean,
Ireland? Are
they
you
could
in
wear
Ireland right
masks.
now? Yeah. Well, it's bringing kids in around, isn't it? I mean, what age is she? About two or something. Um, that is a good because you're pregnant. Your immune system's
Hmm.
automatically going to be low, so you got to be really careful in what you're doing. I do see your What I would do is I would. This is my opinion. Maybe I would only invite family. If she's only a little girl, as long as she's a
Yeah.
birthday cake and balloons.
Oh yeah, she's gonna turn a year
Oh,
old.
she's only turning one. I would just get her birthday balloons and I make much of her and have all beautiful things laid out and balloons and I would possibly bring my family along,
I would. Yeah, I would just. I agree. Just family.
because the fact that you're pregnant, you got to protect yourself. So try bring family only because if you bring a lot of young children in your home and if they're going to creches and all that, um, or preschool or whatever. Some moms at 1 years of age they put their children in Ireland. They put them into creches, and if that's going to ramp them in there, you just don't. You do not want to catch that. So my advice would be to have your parents and your husband's parents possibly and aunts and nephews and whatever nieces and stuff. That's my advice. But you're the mom. It's up to you. Cool Gamer, I like your channel. Thank you, Cool Gamer. We will be not throwing Cool Gamer link. I have a small family party and give her a grand two birthday. Yeah, she was going to remember two better anyways.
Yeah, she
Um,
will.
she will enjoy it much. Yeah, more. Yeah, exactly. That MC's right. I mean, as long as she has helium balloons and she's a cake and all the sparkly bits and pieces and get her something really special toys. I mean, that's a 1 year old's mind.
Hmm.
We're all because all of us here are mums. We know,
And
and
that's
we've had
really a milestone birthday. So family would, you know, be the best
family's
option. Just to have
important.
family.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's what I would definitely do. I mean, I don't have any 1 year olds. Right, they're all grown, um, way past the age of one, and that's what I would do. I was lucky enough that we didn't have to see around. Of course, when my kids were that age, but we were just lucky. So I mean, MC is right. She'll have much more of a memory at the age of two anyway. As long as she gets new toys and she's a birthday cake and balloons and candles and all that stuff, she won't know any difference. So, Nikita, I will be doing the when they bring the Queen to London. I will be actually live streaming that live. But the only problem is most of my audience are American. Um, he'll be most of them will be sleeping when 11 o'clock UK time comes. Because if I go 5 hours back from that, Crystal will be asleep for sure because she works very hard. Um,
And for the Americans, today is September 11th.
Yes, I watched some of that too. It's I've watched some of that too down at Ground Zero, and big, I remember exactly where I was when that happened. I was looking after my very young daughter at the time, at home in my own home. Cool Gamer, you like my videos? Thank you. We appreciate that. We appreciate the rewatch players. Really, we appreciate you watching all our videos at Cool Gamer. That's really nice of you. Thank you. Um,
You know,
she was.
I remember where I was too, Susan. And I remember the shock that I felt.
Yeah, definitely. It was a big shock. I mean, when I seen a big hole in the first tower when I turned on my TV, and I was sitting with my daughter, and I remember being cold in Ireland at a particular time. Had the fire lighting an open fire in one of my homes in Ireland at the time, and then I seen the second tower being hit, and straight away I thought that's something attack. I don't want to use the word because again you gotta be careful what we're saying.
Yeah, we can't use that.
Hmm. My husband is well, and they're finally going to have a son in March. His eyes lit up when I learned I was pregnant with a son. So you have a daughter and now you're getting the boy. That's obvious. That's awesome. I have a boy. Actually, Michelle, I have a boy and a girl as well. So it's awesome. It's really nice, and they're going to be close because there's not a big gap between their age grouping.
And that's perfect, a girl and a boy. I had to have 3 girls before I got my son.
I've been watching the 9/11. So sad. What happened? Terrible day. Oh, definitely. I mean, you didn't even have to live in America to watch that. I mean, that was broadcasted all over the place. Um, I remember vividly. I think I was that was 9/11, the year 2001. I think it was, wasn't it? Yeah, well, it was year 2001. I think I was 21 when that happened. 42 now.
Oh, you were little, Michelle.
You were little. Yeah, because my daughter's 22, so what does that make it? I mean, 9/11. And you know the funny thing is, do you want to hear this? And this is the God's honest truth. When I got my plane tickets to move to the UK, guess when I came to the UK? 9/11. Yes, it is.
Wow.
Yeah, over 11 years ago. Yeah, it was on 9/11 over 11 years ago, and I came and resided in the UK. And I've been here ever since. So I'm very much used of the UK and all that now, and I kind of class it as my home, so to speak. But you can take the Irish girl out of Ireland, but you can't take the Irish out of the girl. That's the way I say that one. Moving on from all that, I mean, it's been somewhat such a tiring weekend for me. I've been so. You went to college in Britain. So I spent my college years in the UK. Oh, okay, Michelle. That is where I met my husband. Oh my God. Oh, you have to go, cool gamer. Where you off to?
See you later, cool gamer.
Take care. I think he's cracking up because we didn't drop him a link. Anyways, talk to you later, cool gamer. We appreciate you watching our replays. Replay people are really important as well. Obviously, they get your numbers up there as well. So we are going to do the British. We're going to do the Queen, but it's going to be really early for the American side of my subscribers. And I'm going to live stream it as it's happening when it's happening. So Nikita, you're in for a treat. I think Nikita never sleeps, to be honest.
Really?
Well, she's always bloody awake. I don't know where she lives. I just think it's her hour. I mean, I often came on. If I was bored and I would open up this really late,
Hmm.
Nikita would be there, and I said, Nikita, you're not sleeping. I will see you on your next stream. No problem, cool gamer. You're welcome in here every time. I take it that the Periwinkle guy did sub up,
Yeah,
did sub up, but I don't think he'll be back for some strange reason. I mean,
I hope not. I'm
hmm,
sorry to say it, but nobody wants to see that.
it was so comical. We blocked his junk about 3 or 4 times, and because he couldn't get through that way, and then I put it on subscriber mode. He subscribed, the Periwinkle guy, and then he had the super shadows, $2 with the junk, or the Periwinkle more or less. And I thought, well, I don't have a magnifying glass to my hand, so the hell with it. Oh, they're all
Or
blocked
block.
now.
Good.
He subbed up though. He definitely did. I did ask him, Periwinkle, as you're leaving, please sub up. And he actually did. But we don't need to see that junk. I used to be a nurse working at the hospital during the pandemic, but after we lost patients, I ended up walking away out of the grief. I miss being a nurse, but the emotions working during the pandemic was
I can imagine.
made me scared. So I I decided if I decide to go back, yeah, it's Michelle. I totally get you, girl. There was a lot of mistakes made, even here in the UK. They ran out of the PPE gear. They
Yeah.
had the doctors and the nurses using black bags over their heads. I don't know which hospital you worked in, or was it in Ireland? Ireland, I heard was just as bad. I wasn't there in Ireland to see that, but I heard it was just as bad. All over the world, really. I mean, it was a horrible time, and for people who had to isolate, and you know, people who were in care homes who wouldn't have said do not resuscitate on their paperwork. The UK are brilliant for doing that. I discovered that whilst I was doing something, and I just think it's totally disgusting. The way they can put do not resuscitate on someone, it just drives me nuts. That's your personal decision, not the doctors, not them. I'm not going to say any more on that one. So I think Crystal wants to read a chapter from her beautiful book she normally does. We haven't done it in a while, so I think if we go back to that, we always kind of do a live. Michelle, you're only new here.
Yeah, I'm sure it did, Michelle. I can't imagine that.
Yeah. Um. So what Michelle we normally do is we do a lovely reading from a book Crystal does. And it's a very meaningful. There's Michelle E. How are you doing,
Hey,
Michelle E? How
Michelle
are you?
E. Two Michelles in here now.
We've two Michelles from Ireland. One Michelle E. and Michelle O'Rourke uh, as well. Yeah. So we do this reading every time, but we didn't do it in a while, so we want to kind of go back to basics a little bit. Hi, Susan, Crystal, and Chad. Hope everyone is well. I can't stay as I have visitors. No problem, Michelle E. No
Enjoy
problem.
your visitors.
Very nice for you to pop in and say hello. Um, we're going to do a reading out of Crystal's book, and I'm going to shut my mouth, actually, because when I get talking, I can't shut up.
Well, let me find a good one, Susan.
Right. Yep, another Irish girl, Michelle E. Two Michelles now.
Yep.
This one is from Galway, I do believe. So yeah, it's nice to get some Irish people in here. People I don't know. It's nice. It's nice to get new subscribers. Just it's just
Yes, it
nice.
is.
I'm really pleased.
Okay, here's one. It's a short one. It's called "Staying Out of the Middle." Can everybody hear me?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. It says, I don't want to get in the middle, but is a sign that we may have just stepped into the middle. We do not have to get caught in the middle of others people's issues, problems, or communication. We can let others take responsibility for themselves and their relationships. We can let them work out their issues with each other. Being a peacekeeper does not mean we get in the middle. We are bearers of peace by staying peaceful ourselves and not harboring turmoil. We are peacemakers by not causing the extra chaos created when we get in the middle of other people's affairs and relationships. Don't get in the middle unless you want to be there. Today, I will refuse to accept any invitations to jump in the middle of others' affairs, issues, and relationships. I will trust others to work out their own affairs, including their ideas and feelings they want to communicate to each other.
That's what, I was just typing to Michelle because I didn't want to interfere. Anything? Okay, Michelle. I'm reading your comment, honey. That's okay. We'll be back tomorrow, anyways.
Yes, we will.
I didn't want to. We always do a reading from that book, and I just felt that we needed to go back to basics a little bit, because that book is really powerful to me.
It is.
I always feel that it's a brilliant book. And we are going to. Does anyone want to see any stream? Do you want me to stream anything on the Queen? I can do that. You want me to do that? Let me have a
I would
look.
like that.
Okay, you didn't see any of it. Well, I'm going to try and find a short one so you get a quick look. Okay. We're going to share.
Apparently, the Queen has a secret Sydney letter in Australia, cannot be opened until the year 2085.
Wow. I wonder what she's hiding, huh?
I don't know.
Interesting. Right, we're doing share screen right now. I'm going to have to go in and pull something up because I didn't have anything prepared. But it's going to be very easy for me to find. Okay. Just a second. Bear with me, guys. How long is this now? I'm going to try. Okay, we'll do this one. Right, I'm going to bring up this one.
It's been a big emotional day, hasn't it? Because Queen Elizabeth II has this morning begun her long journey home to London.
It took nearly 6 hours to bring the Queen to Edinburgh from
Oh,
the
she's
Scottish
gone to London
Highlands,
now?
where she passed away last week. Thousands of mourners lined the streets, honouring
arrives
a
in
woman
Edinburgh
who dedicated
from
her
Balmoral,
life to serving
and her final
her
journey
people.
begins.
It was
Okay.
the place she loved so much. The Queen departing Balmoral for the final time. A single motorbike leads the funeral procession, followed by 6 cars. Her Majesty's coffin, draped in the Royal Standard of Scotland, on board a hearse which drives slowly through the Highland gates. And riding in a state Bentley, a sombre Princess Anne. She escorts her mother
And that's
every
her daughter?
minute of the 6-hour journey. Her duty, unwavering. As the hearse passes through nearby villages, a hush falls over the crowd. Residents line the street just for a glimpse of the procession. Some throw flowers, while others cry for a queen they so loved.
It's like a family member. It overwhelms the sadness that she's not going to be with us.
A round of applause echoing through Aberdeenshire for 70 years of service. The tributes everywhere. Farmers create a guard of honour with their tractors, while riders line up on horseback to salute the late monarch. Over the 6-hour journey, hundreds of thousands turn out to see their late queen. Everyone wanting to say goodbye. Crossing over the River Forth, the royal procession closes in on Edinburgh, where the streets are packed. The procession weaving through cobblestones, the sight truly overwhelming. People everywhere using any vantage point to see a moment in history. The last few moments of this long journey are slow. Cheers sounding out as they approach the palace of Holyrood House. Just before 1:30 a.m. on the East Coast in Australia, the coffin arrives. Prince Andrew, Prince Edward, and his wife watching on.
This is a faster version of what I was watching today.
Pallbearers carry the coffin inside the palace, Princess Anne curtsying to her mother as the Queen's final journey reaches its first stop.
And Curry-Anne Greenbank is in Edinburgh for us this morning. Curry, good morning to you. This was such a solemn journey.
Good morning, Ali. Well, it certainly was, and you could really feel that on the streets of Edinburgh today. It was a 6-hour journey from Balmoral Castle to here, where we are in Edinburgh. It was the first time we actually saw the Queen's coffin as it left Balmoral Castle. It was a slow, winding journey through the back streets, the villages, the little towns. People lined the roadside, and for the Scottish people in the Highlands and in the northeast of the country, it was really a chance for them to join what is
6-hour
unfolding here,
drive.
feel like they were a part of it, to feel like they were able to say their goodbyes as well. Before the Queen's coffin arrived here in Edinburgh, we were in the crowd when that moment happened. There were thousands of people lining the roadside. It was a very tightly controlled event with the police, but the reaction of people when the Queen's coffin made it down the Royal Mile on its way to the Palace of Holyrood House, which is where we are now, was one of, I guess, there was a pause, there was a silence. It was like people were standing in awe, just trying to process what has unfolded, the fact that they have lost the Queen. I mean, for many people, she's the only Queen they've
Princess
ever known.
Anne.
Then there was this little applause from people as the coffin passed by. Quite a few tears wiped away. I spoke with people afterwards, and they said that they felt that it was quite a special moment for them, the fact that the Scottish people could be involved in such a way, in such a significant and historic moment. Here's some of their reactions now.
It's just very, very sad.
Oh,
But I'm happy I was here to say our goodbyes.
Just because it's a historical moment, and this one's will be able to look back for it in the future.
What she's done and how she's represented our nation has been remarkable.
You know, she's been loyal, she's been dignified, she's been kind and compassionate.
We just feel we feel their sorrow and their loss.
So the Queen's coffin has now been placed here at the Palace of Holyrood House,
In
where it has
Edinburgh.
been placed in
Okay.
the throne room to await the arrival of King Charles and Camilla tomorrow local time. Ali?
There was so much emotion there from locals, Curry. Can I ask, what happens next?
Well, next, so King Charles and Camilla will arrive tomorrow. From that point on, there will be a number of, I guess, traditional ceremonies unfolding inside the palace here. So one of them is called the Ceremony of the Keys. Essentially, it's the Scottish people are giving the keys of the city to Prince Charles, King Charles now, King Charles III. And from that point, this procession begins. It winds along the Royal Mile to St Giles Cathedral. It's set to be a really sombre affair, but also one that is going to attract so many people. Police are expecting to be overwhelmed with the turnout, crowds packing in. What we saw today was that people were waiting for some hours to see
Hi,
the Queen.
September.
And it is widely expected that there will be thousands packing the streets from really early on tomorrow as well for what is a really momentous affair. From there, the Queen's coffin gets placed in St Giles Cathedral. There's a little ceremony there. So King Charles and Camilla, along with other members of the royal family, will be taking part in that. And from that point, the Scottish people will be able to file past and view the Queen's coffin if they choose to do so. She will be lying at rest inside the cathedral for around 24 hours to give as many people as possible the chance to say their final goodbyes. Before she is moved to London, the coffin will be boarded onto a plane and taken directly to London. Ali?
okay. Right, I'm going to stop.
Her final journey. Thanks, Curry-Anne.
And another busy day.
Wow. So there you go. Hi, September. That gives you an idea of what's going on. So she's staying there for 24 hours. People can go in and view her if they want. After that, they're going to put her on the plane and send her straight to London.
Yep.
And when it goes to London, it's going to be more chaos because, you know, it just happened to be that she passed away in Scotland. And when she hits down in London, that's going to be called London Bridge is Down. That's the code word. I can't remember the code word for the fact that she died in Scotland because I had it in my mind, but I forgot because I haven't been sleeping very well.
Well, I've been getting updates on the Queen and the status, and Prince Andrew and Fergie are going to take her corgi dogs
Oh, okay, that's
because
interesting.
she had dogs and she
That's
loved them
right.
a
Yeah,
lot.
we love them. Yeah, they were treated really well. Yes, I mean she loved animals. She has horses as well. She was much of a big horse lover as well. Horse racing,
Hmm.
into all that stuff. She owns her own very own horses, um, race horses. Um, so it'll be interesting to see. Well, probably King Charles the Third will probably get them. I would think.
Get
But
the
it's
horses.
interesting to think
Yeah,
that it's interesting to think that for Fergie and
Andrew are taking the
Andrew, who
dogs.
does not have a good reputation, mind you. We all know about Andrew, right?
Hmm.
We don't need to go any further with him. I don't know much to say on that, man. Uh,
Yeah, but it was still his mom, and she loved her dog, so at least they're staying within the family.
well, Andrew was actually the favorite son.
Hmm.
He was the favorite son, and I do believe the lady in question got paid off very well by the Queen, and the American lady. I'll put it that way, who
Yes.
lives in Australia.
Hmm.
I do believe she was very well compensated. Say no more. I don't really want to kind of go into that too much because kind of disrespecting the Queen a little bit,
Exactly.
because it's all about the fact that she died, and of course no one saw this coming. I did predict it. I will say that if you go back and listen to my videos, I did predict there's an always the same when one goes, the other one goes when they've lived for so long.
Yeah. They
And
lose their soulmate.
she did, she really did lose her soulmate. Uh, when her husband passed away, it's like she lost all interest. But also, if you might notice that she was pushing Prince Charles to do all the work because basically she was preparing him. And some people even came to the conclusion that she knew she was dying, and that's why she kept pushing Charles forward to do all the work. That's what I've heard on the news as well, which is interesting. And when she didn't vote in the new prime minister of the UK, if you look at her hands were black.
They were bruised. Yes.
They were really black. They were really much soulmates. I mean, her husband was like, her rock. She called him that. She called him that. And she just wasn't the same when he was gone. I mean, that's why she was in Balmoral, because that's where their favorite place was, because that's where they really kind of looked after their children, got away from London, busy life. Helena Ring and Nikita. Yes, I agree, Susan. The Queen wasn't good this past year when she lost weight and she took so many breaks, died of a broken heart. Yeah, Nikita. She missed her king. Yeah, yeah. I did call it. I mean, I seen this coming when she didn't turn up for so many events. I mean, there was events I saw that what was being broadcasted on TV, and she didn't even turn up for them. And I didn't really bother mentioning it, but I just kept saying the Queen's not going to last another year.
Yeah, she
You
did.
know, I did call it. I don't know if you remember that footage of her when the sea was really bad in the UK at the time. They were burying her rock, as she called him, and she was sitting alone, and it was the most saddest picture I've ever seen.
It is sad.
Yeah.
It was sad at the funeral. Nobody could sit with her.
Well,
She was all by herself.
when I show you the funeral, I'm gonna live stream it as it's happening. But I'm gonna tell you now, they did it. When they put her down in the hole, they're gonna turn the cameras away. You're not gonna get to see that. You're not gonna get to see that. Um, but we will know what. I have a feeling they're gonna put her where her husband is. He's buried in a tomb in a cathedral down in London. I think it could be St. Paul's Cathedral, or it's one of them. It's one of them in central London. No, I believe that she's going to be buried with him. And
I'm sure she will. I mean, that was her love.
and her dad was buried in the same place too, I do believe, which he would have been the king as well years ago, before my lifetime, more or less.
Yeah, she was very young when she became queen.
Going with her mom and dad and husband. Okay, I think that's St. Paul's Cathedral in central London. When I do the service, family ceremony, the cameras are going to be all over it. There's going to be cameras in the church, the whole shebang. But the minute they start lowering that casket in, what they do is they turn the cameras. They turn, because I remember watching her husband, and they turned the cameras.
Yeah, that's really a private moment, you know?
Yeah, it is. That's the hardest part of a funeral. 24-year-old. She was 24 when she became queen. That's correct. Her dad died of lung cancer, I do believe. Not surprising. There was a lot of smog in London in them years, and there was the Blitz going on at the time. World War II, I think it was. They called it the Blitz. She was my age when she became queen. Yeah, Nikita, imagine that. Imagine having the weight of a whole nation and other countries on your shoulder at your age right now. You know?
And she did such a good job being queen. I mean, she devoted her entire life to it.
She really did. She did a great job. I mean, I can't say anything wrong about her. I really can't. There will be no one like it again, because back in them days, the way they do their courtesies and the way the war, you know. Yeah, Nikita, right? I can't imagine becoming a queen right now. No way. Because you're not only looking after the UK as queen, you're doing all the Commonwealth as well, including Canada, Australia, and there's so many other countries. The Republic of Ireland is not included in that, just so you know that, because we're a Republican country, apart from Northern Ireland. Just so people don't get mixed up on that one, I just want to put the fact. Hi, Rocco. Welcome in, honey.
Hey, Rocco.
Welcome in. So yeah, I mean, it's all going to be kind of a little bit about the Queen for the next couple of lives. I'm trying to not. I don't want to bore you on it at the same time. I do want to show respect the fact today is for the Americans are September 11th as well. You know, we can't forget that tragic day.
Mm-mm.
Do y'all know what you were doing on September 11th?
I was sitting in my living room. My daughter's bus was getting ready to come. I was waiting for her, and it came across the TV, and I just froze. I was like, "What? Oh my God!" I was so shocked and upset.
Well, they said at first it was only a small plane that crashed into the first tower, but it was made abundantly clear when a second plane came along, and you could see that. I mean, that was caught on camera, right? And then okay, then what was hit next? It was the Pentagon.
Yes.
And then there was the flight 92 or 96 flight. One of them went into some field or something like that. And to be quite honest, all those people in them Twin Towers, my heart goes out to every single one of them who died. People who jumped, you know, they were murdered essentially, you know, or unalive, shall I say? Just so YouTube doesn't flag me in my words. Where were you, September? Out of curiosity, because I never think I'd have a YouTube channel talking to beautiful American people. So I'd like to know where some people were, because it's really, I found that so I can tell you, we were all glued to the TV when that was going on.
Yeah, I was too. I was wondering what else was going to happen.
Yeah, it was crazy, right? And they had George Bush flying around in circles in Air Force One.
Hmm.
He was reading. He was briefed by. He was in a elementary school, I do believe, and he was looking at a book upside down. Well, you know, presidents, right? They don't really read, but you know. And then
Well, yeah.
he was briefed, and they said that the nation is under attack, and I couldn't believe how long he sat there for.
Well,
Yeah,
you could see when someone whispered in his ear
yeah.
and told him. You can see the look on his face
Right.
completely changed,
Mm-hmm.
and you can only imagine what was going through his mind as he stayed sitting there.
He kind
Listening
of
to the
did a
children.
weird look to his face, and he was like, he was not listening to the children or anything, or That day was horrible, and there was a lot of opinions and theories about what happened. There's a lot of controversy. There's a lot of stuff behind that, Nikita. But I really don't want to say what I think. But it did. Something happened. The way the towers fell, in my opinion, it's just very suspicious to me how the towers fell. Um, but look, nevertheless, a lot of people lost their lives. Me, I and my sister were living together, and I came across the TV. Well, September 11th, yeah. I remember sitting at home with my daughter in my arms, and I turned on the news channel, and every news channel I was turning on, this America was coming up. I said, "What the?" I could see a big gap in one of the towers, and I thought it was a small plane, and then it came out that it was a big plane, a Boeing 747, and then I seen this other plane loop around and boom, bang, and I thought, okay, here we go. That did change a lot of things a lot of rules for everything. I mean, the way they screen people now, and I think my daughter was maybe 1 or 2 at the time. You had just dropped your youngest daughter at school and came home. I was sitting at my desk in my office, and I had the news on, and I looked up and at the TV and saw the first plane. Wow, when the first plane hit, I panicked because of mine. Wow, something. It's just crazy. Yeah. 11 years after that, I got on the plane at September 11th. Forgot, not thinking nothing. Came to the UK. Year 2011, I came to the UK. 9/11, year 2011.
Sorry, I muted because I'm making dinner and pots and pans are really loud.
It's okay, Crystal, we're not bothered. My daughter's school was top of the mountain facing New York. I raced to get to the school to get her, and they were all watching. Oh my God. Can you just imagine the school kids watching that?
It's terrible.
My
They
niece
didn't understand, especially the young ones.
she was first child out both of us. Wow. You're watching TV and I came across Nikita. I was at school and everything stopped and TVs were turned on. Wow, I'm amazed to turn TVs on in school, to be honest. Um,
Probably the older ones, maybe.
Made arrangements for to us to go home early. I'll never forget it. My mom was and my papa had it on the TV when I got home. Wow, so that's something else. So even though we're talking about the Queen, we just cannot mention about September 11th as well and all the loved people, the loved ones. And there's also another thing I want to point out about that as well. Um, and because I did watch some of it, and I was kind of recapping on everything, and all the firefighters and paramedics who did make it. Well, a lot of them died of cancer afterwards.
And there's a lot of them that still have to get checked every year.
Yeah, because some got into remission of cancer because of all those fibers and all that stuff. You know, got into their lungs and stuff like that.
I think one of the worst things that I saw was people jumping out of the building to their death.
Yeah, that was horrific.
It was
That
awful.
Yeah, I remember seeing that. I was like, "Is that someone coming out of the building?" Oh my God, that was me. And wow, can you imagine what was going through their mind when they were actually doing that?
No, I can't.
It's heartbreaking, right? They felt it was better to jump than, I don't know, was it easier to jump or was it easier to just leave the towers fall down? Either way you look at it, it was horrific. So yeah, I just wanted to mention that about um, September 11th as well, because it's the anniversary was today. I remember asking my mom why she was doing that. I was so little, I didn't to understand. Yeah, Nikita, I can imagine, honey. I mean, I don't. I don't know. Would I have jumped or would I have stayed? But I know this for sure. When they told the port authority, told them to all go back into the building, I would have left the building. I would have listened to them at all.
Mhm.
Because, to be honest, a lot of more lives could have been saved only because the port authority who ran that building told them all go back into their offices.
Yeah. I don't know what I would have done. Nobody knows what they would do
I
in a
think
situation.
I'm one who do kind of like, if you're told to remain there, I would probably, leave. That's just me. That's just me. But it's very hard to say, but I know I would not have stayed.
Right.
I know I wouldn't have. I just know me. I wouldn't. I would have run down this. I would have went straight for the stairs straight away. I mean, and another problem with that building was the staircase was not wide enough, so a lot of people
No.
lost their lives on the staircase. And then there's also a terrible tragedy. What happened here in London? It was called Grenfell Tower. Once again, they were all told to stay in their apartments. Did you guys read the post this morning from Justin for All with the facts? Did you know they were supposed to go for a nuclear plant instead of ditching that plane? I did hear that, Nikita. That's not surprising. I did hear that. Even though I didn't even look at Justin for All's thing. They were trying to hit nuclear, or they were thinking of doing the White House. I did hear that. Yeah.
That would be catastrophe. Oh my gosh. As if it wasn't disastrous
Absolutely.
enough.
I mean, it would have been better if they hit the White House than a nuclear plant. I'll put it that way. Because the fallout of the nuclear would have unlived a lot more people.
Well, see, I'm only 2, maybe 3 hours from DC. So, I was scared that they were going to hit anywhere around here,
Right, because, I mean, there were so many planes up in the sky and...
Well, yeah, they hit the first tower and then the
They
second,
didn't
and then
know-
the Pentagon, and then I'm like, oh my God, where are they going to go next?
They didn't know how many planes were hijacked even, to be quite honest.
Nope.
So, yeah. It's horrific. I mean, it really is. Yeah, I did, Nikita, hear about the nuclear situation. I didn't want to bring it up, but I did hear about that they were thinking of hitting that, and they were also considering hitting the White House. But the courageous men and women on that particular flight, I think that was Flight 92, fought back and brought the plane down.
It's really brave of them.
Yeah, definitely. I think it was a case they were damned if they didn't, they were damned if they didn't.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm glad that justice for all. Okay. Deep, 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 deep. That's like Morse code, right?
I'm sorry. Y'all hear me cooking. I was setting a timer.
It's okay. My God.
Y'all been hearing all kinds of noises from me tonight.
Nobody said the hijacker code. Oh, perfect timing, Crystal. I swear.
I know.
You know, you couldn't script this out if you wanted to. Um, I'm only laughing at that's like Morse code, like sending off a signal.
I know.
Anyways,
So you've
moving
heard me
on.
mopping my floors, and now you hear me cooking.
Yeah. Damn, that was loud.
I'm sorry. I heard you you stopped. You're like, what?
I was. And the kid written is like Morse, like a hijacker code. Can we do anything right on this channel? I mean, last night we were doing a dedication for our beautiful Denise in hospital, and we had this gobshite come in, and I called him Periwinkle. There was a reason for that one. And he just kept coming back, kept coming back. And then when we put it on subscriber mode, he decided, I've never seen a periwinkle send a super chat, I'll put it that way. But it did, it happened. Oh my God, great timing. We are fired. I know, right, Nikita? So I'll definitely do the Queen live when all that goes on in central London for the final thing.
Yeah.
Even MZ's laughing. Oh God.
I didn't know it was that loud, guys. I'm sorry.
It's all right. No, it's so funny. I'm in perfect timing, really, honestly. Oh my God. Okay, we'll move away from 9/11 just in case.
Yeah.
But anyway. So that's what I was watching today, and I was doing a lot of other stuff, and I'm just so tired, as Crystal is as well. I mean, I don't
Yeah.
know. I'll be back to doing better things tomorrow, and how did everyone's Sunday go? I mean, mine was crap.
Yeah, it rained here all day long, poured. It was terrible.
Mm-hmm.
At least you had sunny weather there, right, Susan?
Yeah, it was 17 degrees. I mean, that's not too bad, for this time of year.
Yeah. It's getting
Not too bad.
darker so much earlier here now.
Yeah, it is there too as well. I mean, 8 o'clock. I mean, wow. I mean, I remember it was getting dark at 10.
Mm-hmm.
I think we'll all be suffering with the winter blues, but at least we have a channel to come on,
I know.
take our minds away from what we're thinking in our own minds and stuff like that, and talking with people.
Yeah, I kind of like to hibernate in the winter. I like to lay on my couch with a blanket and watch Netflix and
Yeah.
turn the fireplace on.
Well, now you have YouTube as well, so
Mm-hmm.
that will break that bit of time, and then after that you can watch Netflix. And you have a fireplace, like an open fire?
No, it's not an open one. It's a gas fireplace.
Oh, okay.
So we have glass on it. I mean, it still puts out heat.
Right.
At my old house that I had, I used to have a regular fireplace, and we'd get wood and stuff, and that was so nice.
MZ said we appreciated the sound effects. It was perfect timing, MZ, wasn't it?
It was.
She thought we couldn't hear it. It's okay.
I mean, I knew you could hear it, but I didn't realize it was that loud.
Wow. Yeah, it was. I thought it was Morse code for some reason or something else. What the hell?
No, when I get my pots and pans out, I definitely mute it because that would hurt people's ears.
Right.
I thought the beeps would be okay.
They were pretty loud. If you listen back later, you'll hear it. It's funny. It's funny.
Well, we got to eat. Everybody's got to cook.
That's it. I mean, it's only 6 o'clock, Crystal. As I mean,
Well, it's 7
um,
here, so I'm a little
right.
late with dinner, but it's okay.
It's 12:06 here UK time. Massive difference in the hours.
Yeah, I
It's
usually have dinner about 6 o'clock here.
blackout, literally. You know, yeah. I hate the winter. I really hate the bloody winter. I just
I don't mind it too much.
ah.
I mean, let's just wait till winter comes because I'm sure I'll complain about it. I complained it was too hot this summer.
And now you're going to complain it's too cold.
I know. I'm not going to be happy. I like the
Mhm.
fall and the spring.
Yeah. I prefer spring because you're getting near to the summer. Well, I don't even remember myself only a couple of months, well, maybe a month or two back. I was like, it's too hot. We have no AC in this country. We've seen temperatures like we never seen before.
I bet.
It was so hot. It meant that which was it I can't remember which Colin left because he was the only boy in her. I can give you an update on Greg if everyone's wondering where he's at. He's
Yes.
fixing
Where has he
computer.
been?
His computer's not working. He's fixing it.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
I wasn't wondering where he's been.
Well, he's going through YouTube withdrawals right now, I would call it. He's like, are you still doing live streaming? I said, yeah. I can't get on. I'm fixing my computer.
We know so much happens on YouTube. If like I miss a day, all this stuff happens that I got to catch up with.
You ever find like when you miss a day on YouTube, everything then blows up?
Mm-hmm.
It's
I
like,
know. Like I would be like, I'm only gone a day, and all this happened.
mm-hmm. Yeah. YouTube is a strange place to be at the best of times. But yeah, we'll cover the Queen, and after that, then I'm done with that one, and we'll move on. And I'm sure I'll find something else. I want to do with Jimmy Savile.
Okay, I don't know who that is, so that'll be interesting.
That would be really interesting. There's so much footage on this man. You're gonna be so intrigued. I don't want to give too much away. Hi, Betty Boo, my love. How are you
Hey,
doing?
Betty Boo.
Oh, my sweet Betty Boo. It's impossible to catch up. Yeah, Canadian girl, right?
I know. I feel like I've been working so much. I feel like I'm behind on so much on YouTube because I haven't really had a chance to really watch anything.
Mm. Sweet Betty Boo's in her. So yeah, I mean, yeah, well, I have some good things coming ahead.
Oh yeah, I can't do the late night lives because I have to get up early in the morning for work. I'm crashed by 11 at the latest.
Yeah, I'm so busy on the computer. It's just research after research, digging and doing things, and I think more to some more stuff that I gotta get onto my tablet and get sent on. And I have so much stuff to do. I really have. I mean, and today I told you I was going to bed and I didn't. Kim from Colorado was calling me and I don't know like what was going on. I left her a message. I ended up going back to bed.
I'll probably go to bed early tonight because I'm just drained, so tired.
Yeah. Monday.
Kelly still in here?
No, I don't think so. Well, Kelly should pop up on panel. She come on panel before. Be back soon, taking the dog for a walk. Okay,
Okay, teenage girl.
No problem.
She's got a UK schedule now.
That's
If
because
I didn't work, I probably would.
yeah,
I'd be the same thing. I'd be on your time, Susan.
right. Well, Nikita, you might as well stay on that schedule because when I do the Queen, I'm going to do completely live as it's happening. Some people like to watch it completely live. and I will root for the best one. There is, I know, I can tell you this: the amount of news channels and news people. Susan, if you missed an hour on YouTube, the world has a lot. You have
I
missed a lot.
know.
I know, right?
It's the truth. There's always something going on.
Oh, is Colin still in here? Betty Boo said hello to Colin. I can't see him.
I don't know if Colin's still in here or not. You know, he bounces around.
Yeah, like a yo-yo. I mean, he's all these screens and he's going from one chat to the other. And da da da.
Mm-hmm.
It was like Craig is there struggling to fix his computer. So yeah, we're gonna do the monarchy for another little bit, and then I'm gonna move straight from that onto Jimmy Savile. Of course, I'm gonna research and get you the best of the footage because there's so much footage that I have to research so much before I'll even consider putting it on my live.
Yeah.
And when I start doing Jimmy Savile, you're not gonna want to miss it. 'Cause once
He's
I
a
start-
bad guy. I'm taking it.
Yeah, really bad. And none of it's good, Betty Boo. My God. Yeah, MZ. MZ will be here on the I don't know how many people are going to come in on the chat at that time in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to do it anyway, just because I can. It's 11 o'clock UK
If
time.
not, you'll get the UK people at least.
Yeah. Like, yeah, we'll have a few in there. And there's a new some Irish people as well. Like that new Irish girl from Galway, you know. And I'm going to get the best footage. Yeah, I will. I'll do it, Nikita. Don't worry, honey. I mean, there's going to be so many news channels I can choose from. I'll be saying, which one has the best angles? Because I can tell you the world's media has descended on London right now. I know that.
Oh, absolutely. It's a big
What's going to
thing.
happen tomorrow, Betty Boo? The new king of England is going to go with his wife Camilla Parker Bowles up to the Queen. She's going to be laid in state she's going to be laid up in Edinburgh for 24 hours, so people can go in and view the coffin and whatnot. And then they're going to fly her from Edinburgh in Scotland straight to London. So that's what we're looking at tomorrow.
Now, have they said when his coronation's going to be?
They have they have done something to make him king already, right?
Right,
But
but
it's
I
not
know
the
he's going to
coronation.
have the
Yeah, it's not the
procedure,
coronation. I think it'll take maybe 2 weeks after that, or maybe 1 week after that.
Yeah.
It's 5 a.m. Nikita's time. Wow. Betty Boo, it's going to be 11 o'clock UK time for
Wait
the
a
Queen.
minute. You mean 11 o'clock in the morning for your time? Oh, Susan, I
Well-
might be up for it because I get up at 6 for work.
Oh, okay.
It'll be 6 my time.
Right. So you might be able to pop in. You might be able to jump on panel and
Mm-hmm.
chat away with me as we're doing share screen. And I know a few people. Nikita's definitely coming. Yeah, Betty Boo, it'll be 6 o'clock your time, honey. Yeah. Damn.
What?
She's doing Morse code again.
No, that was my stove saying, I'm ready for you to put something in me and cook. It's preheated.
Damn. Yeah. Usually start catching things around 3 and 4 a.m. Yeah, I mean, you'd be surprised how many people do be actually looking for someone to go at these hours, You'd be surprised. I've often done it once or twice when I couldn't sleep. I'd come on, and I'd be surprised I would get so many people coming in.
Well, a lot of people have sleeping problems.
Yeah, I noticed. You'll be with me, Betty Boo, no problem, honey. That's another one. Add to the list.
And that's tomorrow morning, right?
No, that's not tomorrow morning. Tomorrow she is laying in state for 24 hours in Edinburgh,
Okay.
Scotland.
So
Then
it's
they're putting
Tuesday.
her on the plane, and then she'll be coming down to London, and she'll be laid in state for a bit.
Okay.
I do believe it's the 16th, I think, Nikita. But don't worry, I'll get the dates. Don't worry about that.
I
I
can't
do
wait
know.
to see Prince Charles' coronation either. That's going to be another good thing.
I will show you that too.
Okay, September. Enjoy your family.
Okay, September, family, honey. We'll be seeing you tomorrow, I think. So yeah, have fun with the family. And Chris is out having a cigarette. Because I can hear
I
the
am,
dog.
because you hear the dogs. Yep.
Yeah.
They're my neighbor's dogs across the street. They're loud.
Not to worry about that. So with the Queen of the King's coronation, I'll do them all live as they're happening. And then I will move on to do you know what, who I haven't seen around in a while? Eileen.
I haven't either. Oh, the last time we saw her, though, I saw her in chat. She was really upset the day that the Queen passed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she was in chat. She had big tear faces.
Yeah. I think she got a shock more of anything. She wasn't expecting it. I think I was one of the first channels to break it.
Do you know that I heard, speaking of the crown, it is beautiful, but I heard that the diamond in the center of it, that India wants it back. It was a gift from India, and now they're saying they want their diamond back.
Well, they've been asking for that back for years, but their English refused to give it back. Actually,
Yeah.
do you want to be honest? Do you want me to be bluntly honest about it? Well, the
Sure.
diamond, that crown, that was stolen from India when they were trying to invade India.
Mm,
So there's always been a dispute about it, but they're never going to get it.
no.
Yeah, Betty Boy, I do believe I was the first person to break about the Queen. Mm. The kid, I heard the crown was so heavy that if you move a certain way, you could snap your neck. If you ever notice, watch when they put the crown on the king's head. When I do it, he won't be doing very much movement to his neck.
Mm-mm.
I heard it was so heavy you could snap your neck. Mm. It probably is cursed, you know. I don't know. But you know,
It's cursed. I've never heard that.
I've never heard of anyone dying from wearing the crown. No, the diamonds is cursed, and the men are not to wear it. Only women. Oh, that's
Now,
interesting.
this is like a huge diamond. I mean, like a huge white
There is
diamond,
a
I think, in the center.
No, it's a purple one.
It's okay.
Massive purple one in the middle.
That's the one I'm talking about.
Mm.
I didn't realize it was purple, though.
That came from India, I do believe.
Mhm.
Mm. And there has been this dispute about that diamond for centuries because it was taken out of India when they were. I don't know if you remember when the English were trying to invade India.
No, I
And
don't remember that.
well, that's how Pakistan. Well, India was all India, and that's how Pakistan became Pakistan, and then they split it down the middle. Pakistan is one, and India is the other. Yes, I watched the interview and the photo shot of the Queen showing and putting it on her crown, and it showed the adjustments. They adjusted it. She had to sit. Yeah, and, yeah, you can. the Queen. I watched a documentary one time with I don't know when, it was quite a while ago, and the Queen said, she said how much it weighed, and it was really heavy. And she said if you move your head just, you could snap your neck. I was like, well, what's the bloody point in that wearing it then? But they rarely ever wear it. Don't get me wrong, they rarely ever wear it. But you know what I think? What I really like most of all, the royal tiaras.
Yes, they're beautiful.
They're absolutely fantastic. They're awesome. And there's loads of them. They have loads of them. Dating back centuries.
Well, Susan, I'm gonna get off soon because I gotta finish dinner
Right.
and eat with my daughter.
Right, guys, we're gonna let you go, and we'll be back tomorrow. We did have to come on late tonight because Crystal G was working, and that's life, all part of life. And I'm not gonna play the Titanic song. I'm gonna play our own intro for now.
Okay,
So,
sounds good to me.
It will be placed on top of her casket. Yeah, probably. You know, Nikki, it'll be interesting to see.
Bye, Betty Boo.
Bye, Betty Boo, honey. It will be interesting to see will that be placed on her casket. It could be at her wedding tiara, or it could be the crown. I mean, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see what happens. But I will show you everything. What I can get, I will show you. Other than that, I'm going to say goodbye to everybody. God bless, and we'll be back tomorrow.
Good night, everybody.
Good night. Rest of the time. Damn it. We are missing our going out intro.
We are?
I'm going to have to leave it with the Titanic one. Wow.
That was awesome. It was beautiful.
Wow.
It was very good.
Wow.